What's up guys, and welcome back to TEW. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how the national battle system works in the game. I've thought about doing tutorial videos because, I play this game a lot. You sort of start to learn how it works, and, it can be a bit intimidating to newcomers. This is kind of like a pilot to see if it'll, work as a format, so it might not be the most polished one, but we'll go from there. So anyway, I'm using the Montreal Aftermath mod. I can't remember what version this is, but we're on TEW version 1.30, just for, if he adds anything crazy down the line. So we'll go straight into how national battles work. So, in your office screen, you have all these different tabs, and under external, you can see national battles, so we'll jump straight into there. Now, this wall of text is a bit intimidating, so basically we're going to explain what it actually means. Basically, each of your top 5 wrestlers is assigned a value. This value and who your top 5 are is determined by their average popularity in the country, so in this case in the United States, which is then multiplied by their star quality, which is one of their stats, which we'll go into in a second. So obviously, that's very important. We'll get to that as well. Each month, whoever has the higher number gets a big momentum and prestige boost. The loser gets really bad penalties, which get increasingly worse. So you will rapidly drop the cult if you don't try and rectify the scenario in this game in particular. So, let's see, I'll explain how it's calculated for a second. Let's see, I think Shawn Michaels, we know his star quality, yes. So Shawn Michaels has a star quality of 81, and he has an average popularity in the US of 87. So, as you can see, we take 81, multiply by 87, that gives us 7,047, which then, gets divided by 10, which then gives us 705. So, that's basically what you're doing. You're multiplying the two together, dividing by 10, and then rounding up or down. I haven't looked into the rounding system too much to see if there's any strangeness. I don't know if it automatically rounds up or down, but that's it. So, in this particular scenario, I'm going to go over some of the ways you can narrow this gap. So, first of all, the first thing we want to look at is can we bring anyone in? So Ken Shamrock has our lowest value, and that's 583. Now I know from memory we can bring in a couple of people who would automatically go straight into our top 5. So we're going to go and get one of them straight away, which is, if I filter by regional star, he's bigger than that, there he is. Big old Sid Vicious and the Ultimate Warrior, both of whom combined will be over 583. So Warrior has 91 times 72, so Warrior has a value of 655, so that's pretty good. And Sid has 74 times, and he's got a B+. Now I actually have a list written up of what the letter grades translate to in numbers, because I like the numbers more for maths. So in this case, it's between the range of 84 to 89. So if you take the lowest value, that gives him 621. Was Warrior 655, and his highest one can be 658. I think he's actually at the top of B+, if I remember correctly. So the first thing I would suggest in this scenario would be hiring Sid. Like I said, he's probably, I don't think he's as high up as Warrior, but Sid, he's ruthless, naive, antisocial, mercenary, and a liberal. But Warrior, extremely egotistical, extremely selfish, extremely ruthless, extremely pessimistic, manipulative, Considered extremely antisocial, extremely mercenary, extremely bold, driven, conservative, and an extremely negative influence. Most of these things are bad things for your locker room. And to start off in this playing as the WWF, a lot of people are very angry from the Montreal screw job, so they're still a lot of folk quite angry. Well, some of them. Like Vader's angry because of SummerSlam, but a lot of people are quite angry to begin with, so you want to, bring them around. So if we bring in Sid, he'll automatically, like I said, join into our top five. The other thing I'd recommend is looking into popular people who basically jobber to the stars almost kind of people. Like people you don't necessarily, a bit lower than that. People you don't necessarily care about. I keep forgetting how the scroll works on. I have like two separate computers and the scroll works different on different ones. So for example, let's go lower down. Well, maybe Yoko, for example. Oh, and that makes the Sultan happy. That's good. Sultan is Rikishi, by the way. So if you bring in Yokozuna, for example, you can then use him. Now, 8 years, he wouldn't take past the torch. But you can use him to then build up your other people. Same for down here. This is especially for people down the line you want to bring in. So maybe bring in people like, well, I bring in Finlay because you need WWF mid card at this point. Pretty rough, pretty bad. So you want to bring in people who can have good mid card matches as well to mask your thing. So people like Finlay, Jannetty. I think you could get Conan, but Conan would be cool if you could get him. Even Tenta would be cool. Gordy is another good wrestler. There's a lot of good wrestlers you can use. You just have to, make over something. Like Jacques Rougeau. I mean, the Rougeaus are good. They're French Canadian, which is cool. Apparently, I've decided being French Canadian is cool. Now, what else do we want to look for? Yes, I want to look at. Let's reset this. You also want to look at. You obviously can't rely on the same stars forever because that's going to end badly. So what you also want to look for is your good star quality in younger workers. Let's go good. See how many that brings up? Okay, that's far too many. Let's do it for people that have only been higher than the business 5 years. That's Dan Severn and Viscera. But let's have a look. Probably actually go slightly lower. Like, not awful. I don't know. I can't remember if star quality can improve. Like if you send someone to development, let's go decent, wrestler, male. There we go. Okay, so we have some interesting people. So for example, we have Chemo, who's young, who is Chemo's Rosie and ECMO's. Oh god, I've forgotten his name. Umaga. Oh my god, that's terrible. Umaga is one of my favourite wrestlers. I'm gonna get like a lot of angry people in the comments. You've got, of course, Johnny Ace. But like, basically you're looking for people with good star quality to build up. Obviously you're not going to know everyone's star quality. Well, take Vampiro, for example, has 83, which is pretty damn good. Then if you, build up his popularity, suddenly you've got a big star on your hands. And you've also got Mike Awesome. I can't remember what his is. I think it's pretty high. I mean, most of the time for star quality, you can sort of use your, intuition for a bit. Someone like maybe Headhunter B isn't going to have the same star quality as someone like, Mike Awesome, who looks like your sort of blueprint of a pro wrestler. So yeah, you've got that, and we'll also talk about how you go about building people up. So we'll run through 2 shows to give you a slight idea of how to do it. They won't be, the best shows because we're just doing it this way. So let's see, we're 3963 and 3488. Remember that. We want to narrow that gap, hopefully. I'm going to write them down because I'll forget. So 3963 and 3488. There are lots of different ways you can build. Oops. Suddenly showing up my notepad. Ignore that. Totally not what I have the grades written in. So we'll advance to our next show. Obviously, if I was doing this as a full series, I'd be doing a lot more. We have a bunch of locker room incidents. Hawk brought some frames, breaking the backstage rules. What? That's against our rules? That's harsh. Luna got into an argument with Fan. We'll give her a stern warning. And Triple H and Jerry Lawler. Triple H made a mess backstage. He's improved his behaviour. Nice. So our top four guys, or top five guys rather, are Austin, Undertaker, Michaels, The Rock, and Shamrock, and then Sid when he arrives, which he won't before we're finished. So what we want to do is we want to feature all of them and feature them in segments that play to each individual's strengths. Hopefully that makes sense. So we'll start off with Austin. So we'll take Steve Austin, who is the Intercontinental Champion. That's the thing, I have made some changes to this just to fix minor things, like I'm not a fan of, in the default mod it's the IC Champions, The Rock, and Shawn Michaels isn't the European Champion, but I quite like the titles being where they were from December 1st. And on December 1st, Steve Austin's still your IC Champion. So I just like doing it that way. That's just like a personal preference, so. And let's see who he can beat. Let's see. We want to have someone whose popularity we don't particularly care about. Just, yeah, I'm not implying anything at all when I say when I'm doing this. I actually quite like Jeff Jarrett. Well, a lot more than a lot of people do. Now, we've got Steve Austin. Luckily, Steve Austin, pretty damn charismatic. So he can dominate in a match and not get, any penalties. Because this reflects on a person's charisma. Because, if you watch a match where the opponent gets no offense, the time's going to be filled by the person who is getting the offense and playing to the crowd. So Steve Austin's standing beating the crap out of Jeff Jarrett and playing to the crowd for 15 minutes. Folk will still like it. In fact, probably not 15 minutes, that's way too long, but whatever. And a decisive win, and we'll go for a pinfall. So this, do I want to keep him strong too? No, he's not going to get any popularity loss. Yeah, let's go for that. So now let's move on to... I'll do matches, like every match we'll do, and then we'll do our angles. So let's see. Shawn Michaels, we can have dominate... Who's our top heel again? I need to check what the running order is. So it's Austin, Taker, Michaels, Rock, Shamrock. Austin, Taker, Michaels, Rock, Shamrock. So we'll do the Undertaker next. Undertaker. I don't know, I kind of just want to do Undertaker in a match. Or like an angle rather, and do like a freestyle angle. I'm a big fan of freestyle angles, by the way. If you're just doing this if you don't care about not getting the right ups, freestyle angles are so fun to use. I kind of like the idea of them doing like I think they actually did this. They did like a kind of spooky standoff with each other, where like Kane does hand lightning, and then the Undertaker's all like, "Ah, Kane, you know how to do hand lightning now. I'm scared." Then Undertaker does all kinds of, it's kooky and over the top and kind of naff, but it's kind of awesome at the same time. So let's go to, that's the Undertaker dealt with, and Kane. Kane's someone I'd recommend building up, because, I don't know, he doesn't have a star. Bloody Isaac Yankum. Does it have the Christmas creature? No, I don't. It doesn't have Christmas creature. Worst mod, 0 out of 10. Yeah, I believe he has quite good star quality. I'm not sure. I don't think I've played long enough yet to, get to know more of his stats. As you play through, as people become more well known, their statistics become more well known until you get like Shawn Michaels here, where each one's a numerical value. You know, the start, well, like I think like with Kane here, where it's just the generic headings, and then it becomes the letter grades, and then, through like that. So anyway, let's see. Let's do the Rock now. So the Rock. Let's have the Rock beat Vader. And again, the Rock charismatic domination is probably a good idea. Also, he's in the Nation of Domination. Yay! I didn't realise that. And yeah, decisive finish. And what is also kind of interesting is when people complain and people don't complain. Like Vader didn't complain about getting dominated by the Rock. That's pretty nuts. So we also have Shawn Michaels. Let's have him beat. Don't want to have him beat the Undertaker, because that's your pay-per-view main event. I kind of want him to have him against like a good, decent mid-card. I keep going back to Flash Funk. I kind of like the idea of Shawn Michaels versus Flash Funk. It's probably a terrible match. And we can have Shawn dominate as well. Oh wait, this is Shotgun Saturday, isn't it? This isn't Raw. This isn't Raw at all. Whoops. Okay. Don't book any title matches, and we'll take out the people we care about. So, basically Austin, The Rock, Vader, I suppose, The Undertaker, Vince McMahon, Triple H, Owen Hart, Ken Shamrock, Kane. No, I can put Cornette back in. I feel like I'm missing someone. I'm just doing this because it's not I probably won't come back to this game. Shawn Michaels, there we go. That's who it must have been. Right, let's see what we get. Great matches. Pig and Mark Mero versus Thrasher and Chains. A confrontation between Pig, Mero, Thrasher and Chains. Recon versus Mark Henry. Aguila versus Brian Christopher. Really? You didn't book enough? Grumble. Right, let's quickly throw together a match. Oh, let's have Ahmed Johnson. Let's find someone I like. Savio Vega can dominate Ahmed Johnson. Savio Vega, domination, decisive win, pinfall. There we go. I don't care, Ahmed Johnson. You can deal with it. Analysis. Okay, so just do the storytelling match. Oh, it's not about the percentage. Who cares? It's the B show. Run through the show. Ferry 7, 47, blah 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 blah. Yeah. No, I don't particularly care. Right, here we go. This is what we want. Right. Austin Jarrett. Austin dominates. If I was doing this as a full series, I'd be doing things a lot differently. Like I don't think I'd have Austin dominate Jarrett. I'd probably have him beat Goldust instead in certain things, but we'll just keep going through and see what we come up with. Let's have... what did we have after that? We had the Kane Undertaker angle. We had Shawn Michaels versus Flash Funk. I can remember that because that sounds actually quite fun. I wonder if that actually happened. I think like Scorpio's massively underrated as a wrestler because he's actually really good, and I feel like a lot of folk don't really appreciate how good he is, or was rather. Well, he's still pretty good now, actually, even at like the age he's at now. Hey, is he not European champion? Yeah, he is. That's weird. Didn't come up by EU title warning. Guess it doesn't do it for multiple champions. Let's see. Kane isn't wrestling. We had The Rock dominate Vader, which leaves Ken Shamrock. The Rock domination, decisive win by pinfall. And we'll have Ken Shamrock. have Ken Shamrock. I don't want to have him dominate One Heart. And I like Kane and Triple H probably a bit. In fact, let's have him dominate Triple H. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna regret it. In fact, no, let's have Ken Shamrock versus Goldust. That match sounds so weird. I think I'd quite like it. And Shamrock, domination, submission, decisive win. So there we go. That's half our show done already, and we're already halfway through. So we now want to take advantage of our angles and stuff. So let's have a freestyle angle. Like I said, I'm a big fan of these. Menace, Entertainment, The Undertaker, Kane and Paul Bearer, Success, and Success. Let's put that there. What do I want my main event to be? I think I want my main event to be Rock Vader. That just before that opens the show, so I'll set that to also warm up the crowd. Or work the crowd, rather. Let's have a... So here we go. This is part of booking to each person's strengths. So, go to our roster and filter by our main eventers. So let's have a look. We have Ken Shamrock, for example, has very strong entertainment skills, which I sort of disagree with, to be honest, but I don't know. He's not the most charismatic when it comes to interviews or that, so I'd avoid them, to be honest, and do things like, Menace, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe just overness. Owen Hart is one of our people at the moment. Shawn Michaels, for example. Microphone 93, Charisma 86, Acting 92. This is the guy that we should have cutting promos, but we shouldn't have him do Menace things. Because he's, not good enough at it. Austin again, Charisma A, Microphone A star. The Rock, Entertainment and Camera, strong. We know that from... That's one thing that it's easier to do this with real life mods a lot of the time, because when it's vague, The Rock's charismatic. Undertaker again, Menace 95. So doing angles rated on that for him. Very good. That's our top 5 people at the moment. So we'll keep working on that. So The Rock can cut a promo on, I believe he was feuding with... He was sort of feuding with Austin at the time, I guess. So we'll do a thing on that. I like having... well, I suppose he's not rated, really. And Success. Or Minor Success, because he's just cutting a promo on him. So we'll have that before his match. And let's see, we'll have a... do we want to do the title change thing we did? Nah. Let's see, so we need Shawn Michaels. So Shawn Michaels, and got a promo on Ken Shamrock, who he's going to be wrestling. Unscripted, because he'll demand unscripted. And Minor Success. Again, these timings are all to whack, but we're just doing it for like a quick little tutorial to show you what to do. Or the sort of things you can do. We'll do a... Who have we not done an angle with? We've used Rock. I've not had Austin do anything. So we'll have Austin cut a promo on... Let's have him cut a promo on Vince. Start that off. Even though that obviously wouldn't start in earnest. We can have it be like more like a promo where he mentions Vince in passing, It's starting to build up, the tension between the two of them. Funk loses to Michaels. After it, let's have Michaels beat down Funk with the rest of DX. So Michaels, Triple H in China. Where are you, China? Under C, surprisingly. And Flash Funk. Flash Funk selling, I guess. We're selling. I don't know what selling stat is. It's not one we know, sadly, which is a bit of a shame. I think Selling's actually... I don't think it actually shows up, I can't remember. So that's a defeat. And then minor, minor, minor success. Overness, overness, overness. Or maybe menace for China. She'll just basically stand there and look scary. There we go. So we still need quite a lot. So let's go for a... We sort of do want to incorporate the other things that are going on. Obviously you wouldn't be doing a show like entirely about your main eventers. So let's see, who else do we have to use? Scout upper mid carders, for example. Let's have Billy Gunn and the Road Dog. Cut a promo on both the road animals. Oh my god. The Road Warriors rather, because that'll get us probably quite a good rating. Because you know they're pretty popular at this point. We also need something to counterbalance the amazingly named Sausage Party feature, where we have too many all male competitors all on the one show. So we'll need to do we'll say with some sort of commercial with a woman. Obviously, if I was playing this as a full game, I would start pairing them up with people. So, well, Sable's with Mark Merrow, but you know, Sunny, I'd find someone for her to manage. No, not minor success, just basically, I suppose, off screen as well, really. I know, on screen, I suppose. I don't know. I can't remember how commercials are classified, but we'll do it, and it's a minor angle. Couple of minutes. Toss it in somewhere like here. Let's have... Oh god, we still have a lot of time to fill with 20 minutes. Damn. Let's see, what else can we do? So we have Shamrock. In fact, we don't have anything to start the show. Let's have The Rock and Vader trade insults to begin with. But that's going to be terrible, because the Vader's crap. Let's have Rock cut a promo on Vader. In fact, let's have Rock as a promo on Vader. Vader runs down, and he beats the crap out of the entire Nation of Domination. Apart from The Rock, basically. So success, major success, and then D'Lo, Farouk, Kama Mustafa, because Mark Henry isn't in yet. So selling and selling. Defeat, if I'll make it just a straight defeat, 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 defeat. And there we go. So it's quite a good open for a show, I think. Anyway. The show might end up losing its popularity. Maybe. Oh, we need one of the matches to be storytelling. Let's go for Shamrock v... No, that's how I work the crowd. Flash Funk v Michaels? Or we could just do something on the pre-show and make that storytelling, I guess. Let's do that. So on the pre-show, let's have... I'm looking for someone you'd want to build up. Like I said, the mid-card at this point is not good. I mean, because some of these names we have here. But let's have D'Lo. Let's have D'Lo and oh, you know, let's have Taka Michinoku. I forgot we had like decent wrestlers really low down. Let's have Taka be someone like let's have Taka be Mark Merrow. That'd probably actually be a really good match. Like a little 11-minute match. Taka wins. Decisive win via pinfall. All-out match. Storytelling. We'll deal with Mark Mello. Mark Mello? I got his name right. Let's see. In fact, can I just put that on the show, actually? Will we have enough time if we put it on the show? Oh, we will. Our angle percentage is okay. Let's do that. Let's stick that there. Oh damn, no, that's our main event. Don't put that there. Put this here, I think. Yeah, let's go for that. Get the Sable lad, and then we get Sable coming out. We need at least one Wild Brawl, Car Crash, or Mayhem. Oh damn. Right, Wild Brawl. Let's see who we have who could do a brawl. And oh, not really. Bradshaw and Savio Vega? Yeah, that's good. Bradshaw and oh wait, maybe Kama. Now let's go Bradshaw and Savio Vega. What a pre-show match. We'll have Savio win because I like him. By pinfall. And it's the, let's see now, what ones? Wild Brawl is later in the card. Car Crash and Mayhem are the beginning. There we go. Let's go Mayhem, I think. Nice overbooked Mayhem match to get the crowd all excited. Let's see. And a pre-show match. Blah 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 blah. Savio Vega defeated Bradshaw. 55. So here we go. It's got the crowd hotter. So we're starting to build up the Rock. We've got Ken Shamrock getting a very... Oh damn, the crowd are already hot. I should have put this actually as a cold open, but oh well. See, Ken Shamrock's gaining popularity from winning here, and he'll gain more because it was a domination. Oh, Gold Dust. Basically, to avoid the sausage party penalty. I know I could turn it off, but I like having it on, because it's a bit more of a challenge. But I had subpar wrestling. Taka Michinoku defeat him. So this is sort of a filler. We have the New Age Outlaws cutting a promo on the Road Warriors. Shawn Michaels got a really good promo on Ken Shamrock, so that's another boost in popularity for him, hopefully. And then he wins a domination victory, so that should be another boost. Then he beats him down, so that should be another boost, hopefully. Hopefully. Please. And there's a real star in that segment. Nice. Then we have Austin and McMahon, which gets 100. Because it's Austin and McMahon. Then Austin dominates Jarrett. Then we get Kane and The Undertaker and Paul Bearer. Ragdoll Menace getting 93. Then we get The Rock cutting a promo on Austin. Then we get The Rock defeating Vader. So in-ring we're less good. So that was 19 regions we gained popularity and lost in 7, which is a bit bad, but not too bad. So let's see how the numbers shape up. Let's see, hopefully we'll see a big improvement. Hopefully. So we have decisions as well. Does that mean we have Sid coming in? Oh. That's basically if we want to punish Goldust. So let's see. National battles. So well, WCW hasn't moved. They were on 3963 and they're still on it. We are now on 3535 and we were on 3488. And we still have Sid coming in who's even higher than this number. The Rock's gone up. Michaels has gone up. I think... I'm not sure about Undertaker. I don't think he's gone up. But Steve Austin has. So there is one more thing I'd quickly like to mention. For if you've been playing for like a while. It's like a long period of time. And then you get into a national battle and you're building people up. You can get... Like, the game does do like a... Sort of like a... Like what the person's like destiny in the game world's gonna be, kinda. So you can get people will peak at a certain level of popularity. I don't know why I randomly was on Mankind. Let's stick on him for now. So like, say for example you got a bad one with Mankind, you might get he'll be forever stuck at 80 no matter what happens. You know, he could like job out Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels every night and he'll still stay at 80. And in that case, as horrible as it might be to accept, you might just have to, you know, crap can your dreams and that, which is a bit harsh, but it's the way it has to be sometimes. If you want to win, otherwise just edit it or something. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was useful. I hope it wasn't too rambly. It probably was a bit. So, like, as a bit of a summary, star quality is very important. Build up people's popularity, which goes without saying. Use domination victories if it's someone charismatic enough. Add book to the person's strengths. I just noticed how angry a lot of people are with me. Oh my god, a lot of people are really angry. Wow. Um, so yeah, go for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, and you'd like to see more, give it a like, and please leave in the comments what the hell I should do for other tutorials, because I really want to do more, because I quite enjoyed this. I don't know what to do them on, so any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. I'd really like that. It'd be really helpful, so thanks. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.